Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I hope the past week has treated you well. For this week, I'm pretty excited to be doing this. If you have watched previous videos, especially my chat ups, you've seen this journal before. This is my 2019, what I call my artsy journal. And I finally caught up with it. So for this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a flip through so you can see kind of what I did here. And I don't know, this is not a style of journaling that I'm doing anymore, but maybe maybe it will spark something for you. So this is the Traveler's Factory Traveler's Notebook and the original olive. So this was the one that was released in the I bought this in 2017, so I think came out 2016, 2017 as a limited run, but I think they have a new version now that is that's not limited edition, so you can get it at any time, and I will link that in the comments below. So not comments, sorry, description below. So as you can see, it's a little beaten up, but I mean that's just part of its appeal, I feel. And then in here I have the 2019 what do you call this? This is the 2019 dated inserts to the vertical weeklies. So please ignore all this. These are just things that I end up not putting in. So I'm just going to take you on a little, I guess, journey down memory lane kind of thing. So these inserts are split into half years, so January to June and then July to December. In this notebook, I have both, mainly because I was only doing this in this journal, so it didn't really matter to put something else in here. I did not use the what do you call this? The yearly vertical view here. I also did not use this in December, but I did start on January. So 2019 was the year that I got married. I got married in January 2019 actually, so that's where basically we start. This is a card from my friend. So basically I was just really doing things from the previous year, stuff, basically just wedding prep stuff. So I have this here. This was one of the last things that I pasted in actually because I didn't want to make it difficult to write, so I just pasted this in today when I finally finished everything. But this is the packaging from my silk ribbon for my bouquet, and then this was wedding week itself. So I stole, like, okay, I didn't really steal, but I took the little thing that they had there with the what's that called, the menu. I actually took it and then, like, I cut it out and did like a little collage thing here with this restaurant that we had it at. And then because I did quote this in my vows thing, so I pasted this vinyl here. I also stole my I peeled off my gel manicure, and surprisingly it came off really nicely, so I kind of glued it in here as well as the memento. I think there might be some DNA here, so that's a bit creepy, but well, it is my journal, so I don't really care. But yeah, I really like the spread. And then after that it was back to business as usual. One thing I regret about getting married so early in the year was that it was really close to Chinese New Year, so it was kind of a hot mess that year. As you can see, I did a bit of shopping, so I wanted to memorialize that, so to speak. I was trying to do a little bit more 3D stuff this year, hence the saving of this, the saving of these bits here. Right, these were brands that I bought from back then. This was Chinese New Year itself, which was, honestly, I just remember as a blur, so I didn't really write that much here. But I do have like a picture of me, my mom, my siblings, and my grandma, so that's a pretty cute picture. And then this was my first Valentine's Day at a florist and working at a florist, and basically it was so mad I have no words, so I just did this. I did this actually a very long time ago, but I really like how it's like metallic. From the right angle, it's actually dual chrome as well, but I'm not sure this one's picking it up here. So this is Valentine's Week Madness, which really was quite mad. Then nothing much here, just a bit of shopping, realizing that I'm outgrowing some of my clothes, and then a friend's diorama exhibit that I went to check out, and I can't remember what this. I think the highlight of this week was basically I met up with some of my university friends, and this week was really messy because my sister had her debut exhibit kind of thing, and then I went to see an exhibition on minimalism, which was also really cool, and then like I got some stickers from a friend, so it was kind of like a mess. And then this exhibit was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a double exhibit, so they had it at the National Gallery, as well as like parts of it were in the National Gallery and parts of it were in the Art Science Museum. So I really enjoyed it, so I dragged my husband to see it subsequently. So this is the ticket for the National Gallery one, and I kind of matched the spread to that a bit. And then the week after, I went to see the one at the Art Science Museum with my husband, and then like I matched the spread to that. So there's a certain like symmetry going on here because it was like kind of continuous, and I also wanted to like kind of align these two. I'm not sure if I succeeded, but I think I more or less did, so I can live with that. Sorry, my cat is yelling. Just ignore him. Yeah, and then after that, it wasn't that happening. It was just running errands, meeting up with friends. I carried a cat for the first time here, and then okay, I can't really remember what happened here. I think there was like an anniversary, and what is this quote? I'm not sure where this is from, but it is a very pretty quote. It's bothering me that I don't know where it's from now. I will probably go look it up later. Then after that, that was launching Mother's Day, and we finally got our wedding photos after, I think, 3 months, so that really took a long time. And then after that, we had what was this? I can't read my cursive and my own. Oh right. So, oh yeah, this was me enjoying the fact that I didn't live that far away from like the center anymore, and then meeting with friends and stuff like that. And this was Mother's Day itself, and me moaning and groaning about it, as well as attending a trunk show for the first time, and of course not buying anything because I'm poor. Yeah, but honestly, if you ask me to pick between Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, I would take Valentine's Day, simply because Mother's Day it's just messy. Anyway, right. And then I started binging Game of Thrones here, hence the black and gold kind of aesthetic, which is a little ironic because I don't really like house the Stag House. I forgot what it's called, and I'll probably mispronounce it, but I don't really like that house. So I don't know why I went at this color, but I felt it kind of went with the show's aesthetic. And then this week was the week I started taking Passion to Paid, which is a really nice course. I have not applied anything. I still have the course, and there are things that I want to apply for that. But yeah, I only did like a mini like passion project a while back, and I really need to get back into that now that I'm looking at it again. And then there was a friend who was moving away, and then we had a farewell for her. And in terms of media, I watched Always Be My Maybe when it came out. I don't know whether it came out on the first or the second, but it's somewhere around here. And I really liked like Marcus's speech at the end, so I kind of wrote out the whole darn thing in like script. It's kind of modern-ish, I guess, and I kind of did a color. I tried to do a color gradient kind of thing from gold to black and back again. Not very successful, but I really did enjoy this speech. It was hilarious. Yeah. And then alright, because we got married and it was a new house, I bought decor, and I had this little agate slice that was decorated with I think it was like eucalyptus leaves, but I didn't know how to draw eucalyptus then, so I just did a doodle here to commemorate it. I still have it, but because we're living in a rental right now, I can't put it up. And then I got more stuff from the same artist, and this is like some of her work. I think this is a name card actually, but I just stuck this here as like a decor thing, and I'm pretty sure this is all like from the packaging that I salvaged. Actually, all this was, I think all this is like from her packaging, and I kind of just salvaged it and like scrapped it together like that, and I quite like it. Yeah, and then I also went to take a resin class at the time, like for alcohol ink, so that was pretty fun. And then after that, I went to a bit of an alcohol ink craze, so hence the splatters over here. And honestly, I'm looking at this and like there's so many friend meetups in 2019, and I'm kind of interested to see how 2020, which I'm still working on, hopefully going to be done with in a week or two, before the end of the year, will look like, because I'm pretty sure the meetups go down a lot. Like I've already seen like I think 2 or 3 uni friend meetups here, and I'm pretty sure I haven't seen these people since then, which is quite horrific. But yeah, and then highlight of this week was probably a really weird meetup with my secondary school friends. So these are the girls that I've known since we were like 13, 14, 15 years old, and it's kind of weird because we usually meet for dinner or like whole day kind of thing, but on this day, and this is the first and only time we've ever done it, we met for brunch. So it was really weird because it wasn't a late like 11, 12 o'clock brunch. It was like, I think it was a 9:30 or 10 o'clock kind of brunch, which was just really, really odd. So yeah, I still remember this, and this was like nearish our school that we all attended, so that's kind of funny too. Yeah, so that brings me to the close of June, and as you can see, like there's a lot of like stickers and random like colors going on here. I do use fountain pens with this, and actually I only use fountain pens with this, but yeah, so so there's a little bit of collaging going on here because I guess I wanted to fill up this space, and I like the aesthetic of it. I'm just wondering if I had anything come in at this time that made me want to use this, but it's not coming to me. So anyway, nothing much here. I started binging Descendants of the Sun again because I definitely watched that a while back, and then I had a very exciting weekend with going to multiple places, so that was the highlight. This is a Thai bag brand that I bought from for a while. They are alright, I guess. And then for this week, so a lot of things that I scrap are things that I buy, I realize. But yeah, so I bought these pastel paints and I kind of like scrapped them here, and then I bought some Funko Pop bobblehead stuff, so I scrapped the packaging here. I tried the fussy cut as best as I could, but yeah, so these were ones that I bought. Kid Anakin because he was cute before he got whiny, Sirius Black because I think he's cool, and then Hades because he's the original sassy gay friend. I mean, how iconic is that he's a guy line. Nothing much here, just going out to eat, getting my lashes done. Oh, the days where I got lashes done. Oh, I love this week. So this week was the week that I think I did a Chatouts journal video on this actually. So this was the week that I attended Nina's flourishing workshop. It cost me a pretty penny, but it was so worth it. Honestly, super, super, super worth it. And this was like my what do you call it? This was like my place card, and of course I kept it, and of course I put it in here. So how I did this one was, I think it was a place, it was a place card, and I think it's folded here. So what I did with it was I basically just okay, I'm not sure, I think the fold was on the other side or something, but I just cut through the fold and I used like a piece of thin paper in between to make it like a tip in kind of thing without compromising the aesthetic. Yep. So then shopping and all, this was just before my honeymoon. And then we went to Japan for our honeymoon, and that was very exciting. So I wanted to change the ink color as a transition kind of thing. So we had one day in Kobe, one day in Himeji. I know those days were very short. No, wait, we had half a day in Osaka when we landed because we took a red eye. And then that was a horrible flight. Never flying Cathay again. And then we had one day in Kobe, one day in Himeji, and then we were in Kyoto for, let's see, 1, 2, 3 days. And Kyoto was my favorite stop out of all of this, honestly. Like, Kyoto is generally my favorite stop. And then after that, we spent a night at Lake Kawaguchiko, where there was a ryokan, and we stayed in a ryokan for a night, which probably our most expensive part of the trip. But I really liked the food there. We had this hoten mian kind of hot pot noodle thing, which was really good, that I haven't seen anywhere else. And then like in the morning, the ryokan had like a whole like traditional breakfast spread. And because I am what in Chinese we call a fan tong, which is like a rice pot. Basically, I love rice. I just looked at the lady and I was like, can I have more rice, please? And she kind of looked at me, and I'm like, this, like, I mean, at that point in time, I was this little twig of a girl, right? And she was like, you want more rice for okay, fine, here's more rice. But like, it was so good. Anyway, after that, we took a bus to Tokyo, and then we spent another, I think, 2.5 to 3 days there, and that was also really fun. I got to go to Sekaido, I got to go to Itoya, I got to go to Pigman. We also went to what's it called? We also went to Disney Sea. Note that if you're going to Disney, you have to go really early, otherwise the queues are ridiculously long and yada yada. I did not know that, so I spent a lot of time queuing, and honestly, some of the queues were 2 hours long. So at the end of the day, I think we took like 2 rides and just walked around. So kind of feels a bit wasted, but I mean, it's the experience. Also, it wasn't really my first Disneyland kind of situation. I have been to one at Anaheim, so it was a little boring. I did enjoy like Universal Studios Japan in Osaka in 2017 better. Anyway, so yeah, it's just some work stuff plus avocado stickers. The irony is I can't eat avocados anymore. And then so back then I was in the Watercolor Academy, which is now the Paint Wow Academy thing. And yeah, I joined up to learn watercolor back in the day. I was like the basically like the original like first few, and like this thing came with the paint, so I used the paints to kind of like do what this particular spread as like, you know, to kind of like remember it. And then this was the first week I ever spent alone at home, completely alone as a married person. So it was quite, I wouldn't say it was scary because we don't really live anywhere dangerous, but it was a little bit lonely. But I did go out with friends, and then like I had my friends stay over and all that. And speaking of friends and stuff, this weekend I started binging My First Love, which is a Netflix Korean drama, and it was really good back then anyway, to me. I kind of want to go back and watch it now that I look at this. And then next week we had, let's see, I went ribbon shopping for work, and then this was when I bought my Kawaiko Perko, and I kind of like immortalized it here. It's quite silly why I have this. Basically, I had this, right? And this is, I didn't have a converter for this, so I bought the standard size Kawaiko converter, forgetting that this fella is really small. So the full size converter actually didn't fit in this. So unfortunately, I had already like plugged it in, and it already got ink on it and all, so I couldn't return it. So foolishly, rather than thinking like, is there any international cartridge pen that I would like to buy that could use this, or do I have any international cartridge pen that could use this converter? Because I'm so used to like proprietary with like Pilot and all, I was like, oh, let me buy another Kawaiko then. So that's how I ended up with my Perko. I don't hate it, but it's just that the Perko's colorways don't actually appeal to me that much, so it's kind of it was a bit of a foolish decision. Then let's see, what's that here? Oh, this was more being alone at home because my husband went to China on a business trip back then. So more being alone at home, and then I got new silk ribbons from the same seller again. So this is quite interesting how this came to be actually. I stuck this on, and then somehow as I wrote on the other side, this rubbed over here, and then like this imprint came to be. This wasn't deliberate. Right, and let's see. Alright. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, right. So I had dinner with my friend, and then I did live calligraphy job at Millennium Walk. So there was a lot of like painting card prep here. I think I took leave for this. And then oh, this is quite hilarious. This is quite a simple spread, but I think like the highlight of this one was my husband trying to be sneaky and buying flowers from the flower store that I worked at to send to me when I was working the back end. So I realized that was him really quickly because I could see his email address, even though he used a fake name and his dad's phone number, which I don't have memorized, obviously. So I was like, did somebody hack your email? You're like, ah, shit. So that was quite funny. Let's see. Oh, this was when I started getting really crazy about our Second Nature, which is a clothes brand. I'm not really into them anymore, but this was when I started getting crazy about them. Basically, I put on quite a fair bit of weight from January all the way till October. Like within that 9 months, I put on quite a lot of weight. No, I was not pregnant. Have not been pregnant before. But I did put on quite a fair bit of weight, so I couldn't fit into quite a lot of my clothes anymore. I went from XS to S basically. I was underweight, and then because I couldn't fit in my clothes, I had to buy more clothes. So I got really into this brand. So yeah, I have this, and then like this is also from that brand. I got my 2020 journal at this point from Tokyo Hands. Back then they were still called Tokyo Hands. So I kind of like did some layering over here. I also got some cardie paper stuff from what's that place called, Jackson Art in the UK. And then this was like the last big thing that we had locally, I think, before COVID. So this was a whole like calligraphy event thing. So that was super fun. I met like Bas and Nana from the Creative Kinds, and that's where a lot of like the paints I'm using and the shiny paint I'm using in this comes from. And then I also got to meet I forgot her name, this stamp artist from Malaysia. It was just really fun. Took my auntie out for birthday dinner, and then we had an exhibition thing, so I did mixed media and acrylic one piece, and then I did a watercolor paper another piece. Not my best work, but okay, I don't know why I have extraction my ass here as a note. I should have erased this, but yeah, I think I can't remember what was going on here. Anyway, I did go on a bit of a Second Nature spree here. I bought like 3 things in 3 days. That was ridiculous. And then this was Singapore Writers Fest. So I think I went with my husband for the first day, and the second day my sister slept over, and then we went together. I remember this because she ended up wearing the dress that I was gonna pass to her there, so that she didn't have to bring it home, which was quite funny. And then I binge read 17A Keong Sack Street. So that was a book that I bought during Writers Fest. So good, love it. Then after that, had dinner with a friend. I was looking for like good denim like jeans, and I still couldn't find any. Honestly, to date, I still have not been able to find any. It's like Asian brands basically believe that women have no ass. It's horrible. And then my first ever boutique fairs. So part of why I was so busy was because I was working at boutique fairs, but this was the first time I attended boutique fairs like as a customer. Yeah, I went with my friend. That was pretty fun. And then I went back and binged The Crown season 3 when it came out. I can't believe we're already at season 6, like finale season. Right. Updated the price list in the shop. back then it was like it's basically like your flower fridge with the decor. I'm actually really proud of this illustration. I really like how it looks. It actually kind of follows the shape and all of what I actually did, though obviously I just did scribbles instead of actual pricing because, and like like more of a impressionistic kind of look here. And then the days where we were crazy enough over our second nature to go and queue to get in and queue to try the clothes on like launch day. Gone are those days. I literally have no patience for that. Speaking of like landmarks, this was the first and last time I actually did calligraphy on food. So I calligraphed like this couple's initials on macarons for this bakery for their wedding. So that was pretty fun. It took so long though, and honestly in retrospect I undercharged. And then let's see, so this is a very pink spread. I'm not sure why I did such a pink spread here but not for here, because like the macarons were pink, so I'm not sure what I was thinking here, but anyway. I actually got into weaving this year. I think I didn't mention it earlier, but I attended like a weaving workshop at some point, so I went to buy like a really big like XXL size loom so I could make like bigger pieces so that I could take up more space, because our old house had a lot of wall space, and obviously all this was before I had cats that took tassels as an invitation to play. So yeah, in retrospect not a very good decision, but I didn't have cats when I bought that frame. So yeah, I bought a frame from Australia and it came, and that was really fun. I think this is from packaging as well, so I had this habit of like saving little bits of packaging to like stick into stuff, though I think these are actual stickers that kind of match from Sortelier. And then I remember this, I woke up one morning and basically my neck was just gone. It was just I couldn't turn my head. Getting out of bed was super painful, so I had to call my boss and go like, I'm really sorry, I think I slept wrongly and like I just can't come to work today because I can't even get out of bed. Yeah, that was quite horrific. But also that week my husband and I went Christmas tree shopping, and unfortunately when I was doing this I didn't really have a photo printer yet, because I have this picture of him hoisting like a 7-foot tree on his shoulder. Like it's in a box obviously, but like he is like this really skinny guy, so you have the like this twig with like this giant box on his shoulder, and that's just a really funny picture. Unfortunately I don't think I could fit it here anymore. And yeah, I meet up with my uni friends again, so like there's a lot of times in the year actually. Let's see, then we went ornament shopping for our Christmas tree, and then I had dinner with my friend before early birthday dinner I think, before she went traveling I think. And then I bought yarn, yeah. And then Christmas was Christmas, and then my birthday. I went on a little bit of a rant because we watched Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker for my birthday, and like oh my god, like I have feelings, capital F, about that film. Like and like don't even get me started on like I don't understand it. Right, and then yeah, then the year ended kind of a bit on a weird vibe, because like I was supposed to go for a braces appointment that got pushed back and stuff like that, so it was kind of messy, but I mean we ended the year, and yeah. So the funny part about this one is that it shows it by 2019, but somehow I think I saw 2020 here and I just wrote 2020, so that's kind of funny. But like yeah, so that is my 2019 not 2020 journal, and it is finally done. So now I'm gonna archive this fella, and I'm just gonna show you real quick how I archive it. So this is also from what do you call this, from Traverse Factory, and I have this here. So this is the 2018 ones I did previously, and as you can see they're a lot flatter, a lot less havoc I would say, compared to this one over here, but it's okay. So I'm gonna just slide these out. Right, so these are connected with a rubber band down the center. So I'm just gonna take them out real quick. Okay, and I'm just gonna file them in. So as you can tell, I am super excited that this is done. Or hopefully you can tell, I am really excited that I'm done with this. Like, not because I didn't have fun doing it, but more because it has been so very many years that like I just really wanted to be done with it. I mean, we're at the end of 2023 now, and like we're going to 2024, which means that if I let this go on for another year, this would be like so old. And like honestly, I'm ready to be done with it. So I'll just flip to the 2018 ones just real quick later, so you can see how like I changed the style of this just so that I could finish it. Okay, just make sure that's in nicely. Okay, this is okay. Alright. So there's still one more, but like I'm not sure if I'll ever have the space for it. It's supposed to be for my Japan trip journal, which travel journal, which was the 2019 one, but I honestly don't know if I'll ever get around to it. So as you can see, one is significantly fatter than the other, simply because I wasn't that artsy previously. I would have like little things, but it was a lot of writing, and I was very precise. I would fill it like this, like by the column, which was fine if I was doing it like more or less like based on memory, but like as I started falling behind, especially given that I was doing some of this like 2 to 3 years later, like I had to basically throw the rule book out and just allow myself to leave white spaces, otherwise I won't be able to finish this. So yeah, so that is my 2019 journal all done and archived, and I'm so happy that this kind of sort of still fit. It's really chunky though. Yeah, but it's done. So now I have this empty sleeve, and so I do have plans for this. This is going to be my swatch journal, but I'll save that for another video. I'm just really happy to be done with my 2019 journal, and hopefully I will be able to do a flip through of my 2021 in a couple of weeks time. So I hope you kind of enjoyed that flip through. It was fun for you. It was definitely fun for me to walk down memory lane a bit, and that's pretty much about it for this week actually. I hope you have a great week ahead, and have a great week. Basically, it's gonna be a bit mad over here while I try and finish the 2021 before the end of the year, on top of everything else going on. So yeah, bye.